Hey, what's up everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you are a new entrepreneur or a blogger and you are thinking of starting a blog, one of the first things you need to do is come up with a name for your blog or business. Now, this is a roadblock that holds a ton of people back simply because you have to come up with your name before you can get started with creating any content. You just simply can't start creating content and getting it out there if you haven't chosen your blog name and domain. Now, in today's video, I'm showing you my killer process for coming up with an amazing blog name that you absolutely love in 30 minutes or less. That way you can get going in creating your content and changing the world with your new business. This is the best place for online entrepreneurs and course creators who are looking to launch their course business and scale it to amazing profits. So if that is you, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell notification button to be notified every Friday when a new video goes live. And I just recently went through this whole process myself, starting my third business associated with this YouTube channel, Course Boss. So I am going to share with you my entire process for coming up with a name that you love and that rings perfectly true and relevant to your target audience. So first off, when it comes to naming your blog or business, is that you not only need a name that is not taken, you also need a domain name that is available. So that is your, whatever your name is, .com or .co or whatever you decide to go with. Now, I really want to make this clear before we get started that your name is not the most important part of your business. Now, just look at some super successful companies like Apple, like Google, and first of all, Apple has nothing to do with fruit, and Google is basically a nonsense word, and yet they're multi-billion-dollar companies. So the biggest lesson here is that you need to pick a name, spend a day or two on it, and choose it so you can get started. This is the part in the process where most people get held up and they never create their blogs because they got stuck on a name. So don't spend weeks or months coming up with the perfect name because the perfect name just doesn't exist. The best thing you can do is to pick one that is good and get started. So step number one is to get clear on who you serve and what you do. So ask yourself, what is your business and blog all about? How are you going to be helping people? And who are those people you are going to be targeting? Now, you want to get really specific here. I know that is counterintuitive. You might want to cast your nets wide to increase your chances of success, but it's actually the opposite. The more you can niche down into a specific group of people that you can really speak to, the more successful you will be. Now, you want to figure out your I help blank, do blank statement. This will get you clear on who you're helping and who you are tailoring your content towards. So when you come up with a name, you pick one that applies to the right people and grabs their attention. So for me, my I help blank statement goes something like, I help online entrepreneurs and business owners create a course so they can make a living doing what they love. So yours should be something similar. You help somebody do something and achieve some result. Now, keeping this statement at the top of your mind when coming up with names will really help you brainstorm words and specific phrases to use when coming up with your blog name. Step number two is to decide if you are going to use your name or create a separate brand name. So you're going to want to ask yourself a couple different questions. So first of all, do you see yourself doing this long term? If you do, using your name can be a great option. A lot of businesses are doing this, especially now in the age of personal brands. Using your name is a great idea. But if you ever plan on selling your business or doing multiple things at once, it might be a better idea to come up with a brand name to go with. Now, this is what I did because I wasn't sure if I want to be doing this forever. I've had 3 businesses now on completely different topics. So for me, choosing a brand name was the best option. Also, if you have a really common name, it might be better also to go with a brand name. If your name is Jane Smith, you're likely not going to find that as a domain name anyways, and it can be very confusing and you might get lost online. So I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Did you decide to go with your brand name or your own name. I'd love to see what you guys are doing, so if you can share below, I read every comment. Step number 3 is to brainstorm words and keywords related to your niche or topic. Now, get out your pen and paper and start writing them down. Any kind of word that is related to your niche, to your business, to the people you serve, to what you do, write them all down. This is the whole point of this, is to a big brain dump so you have different words to combine and produce a name with. Now, also using something like thesaurus.com to put in a word and find related similar words is also a great idea. So start writing that list down. You should generate a lot. Now, keywords that are relevant to your niche will also help you rank on things like Google or YouTube, that are anything that's a search engine, a keyword will help. So try combining a bunch of your several keywords, several things, try different spellings and see what you feel like stands out. What is catchy to you? What describes the business that you want to build? So don't try to be perfect, even if they sound silly. Put them together and make a list of different names and combos of your keywords that you could use for your business name and for your domain. Now, once you have a list going, it's time to go and check to see if there's already a business with that name. So simply plugging your proposed names into Google and seeing if there is another business out there or the domain name is taken, you need to check and see. So find out which ones are still available and cross off anything that doesn't work. You want to do this just so you can avoid copyright or getting into competition with another business with a similar or same name. You don't want to start off on the wrong foot, and you want to give yourself the best chance of success. So that's why we gotta check and make sure that your name is a good one. Step number 4 is to check if your domain name is available. So you can do this with any of the domain name buying websites. So GoDaddy or Namecheap or ones that I've used. Go in there and type in your proposed name for your blog. Now, your absolute best option is to get the .com. But the problem is, in this day and age, a lot of the really good names are already taken. So if you can't get the .com, but you really love your name, I suggest seeing if you can get a .co. Don't go with anything weird like .website or anything too long or unfamiliar, but .co is becoming a really great second option when the .com is not available. And it's also what I went with CourseBoss, because the .com was not available. But if you're having trouble finding a domain name that is available, keep trying, keep combining different words and different spellings and different endings, and keep going until you get one that resonates with you and that resonates with your business. Once you've found it, you can hit the buy button and it is time to celebrate. You have your business name, you have your domain name, and you are ready to go with your new blog. Now, coming up with a great blog name is just the first step in the process, and actually one of the most important parts of growing an online business is actually getting your email list set up and getting people on it. That's why I've created this free toolkit to help you grow your email list from scratch to your first 1,000 email subscribers. This is super important, and it is the basis of your business success because you don't own the other platforms that you produce content for. With this toolkit, you'll get my step-by-step process for creating a freebie, setting up your email list, and promoting that freebie so you can grow it exponentially. You can sign up for that free toolkit in the link below in the description. Also, if you want to join an amazing community of other course creators and online business owners just like you, I'd love to invite you to join my free exclusive Facebook group, the Course Boss Club. Now, inside you'll find amazing community and support from other like-minded entrepreneurs, and I'll be sharing my best and latest tips and tricks for not only creating your course, but growing your online business, selling your course, and making profits. Again, you can join that in the link in the description below. If you're ready to take your online course business to the next level, check out these videos next. And as always, if you liked this video, please hit like, hit subscribe, and share it with a friend who would also benefit.